We got all of our goodies here. We got the switch, we got this stuff, we got thermal paste, we have the back plate covers, we got the board, um, this for thermal paste removing, and wait a minute. I'll be right back. I forgot one crucial thing. Paper towels. I forgot those. All that preparing, I forgot the paper towels. That's crazy. Okay, let's get started. Um, we'll start off with the back plate because that seems like the easiest thing to do, at least with the back plate cleaning, which is a complete mess. Now, I am a bit sick today, unfortunately, so if I do abruptly have to end the stream, that is why. Oops. Why is there a rock here? We will clean that in a minute. Let's just get this back part off here really quickly. Trying to think of where to put the stuff so I don't lose it. Whoa. I gotta be careful. It's already starting to lift. Uh-oh. I dropped it, but I see where it went. Got it. Okay, and that is out. See, the main switch does not look too happy to see me right now. Disconnecting the battery, and I will have to pull up a tutorial. That is the one bad thing right now. Because I do not know what I'm doing. See, yeah, this is like the one bad side. Bruh. No, that's the wrong one. Trying to find one with like people talking.
I'm going to show you how to take apart your Nintendo Switch OLED edition and show how to replace various things inside it, like the
I can't
battery,
believe
the
I'm watching this on a Switch OLED.
the thermal paste, and the board that has the cartridge and SD card slots on it. Near the end, I'll show you how to put everything back together. I'll be doing this on the model HEG001, and like I said, it's the OLED model. I already made a separate but similar
Okay.
video non-OLED model, HAC001. Be warned that there's always an element of risk when working on compact electronic devices. Ribbon cables can break, screws can become stripped, plastic parts can break. So please proceed at your own risk. First, turn
Yeah.
the system off, remove both Joy-Cons, and remove any games or SD cards that you have inserted. You'll need a small Phillips screwdriver size 000 and a tri-wing screwdriver size 0. I recommend you set up a way to organize your screws ahead of time. There's a lot of them in this.
Yeah, I know.
Place the system face down on something soft so you don't scratch the screen. Also be aware that it's easy to strip the screws on a
I got a screen protector, so yeah.
all dries all the way up before attempting to turn them. Lift up the stand and remove these two screws using the tri-wing screwdriver. Those move the fan entirely, so at that point you'll have more access to clean it. In order to do anything else, we need to remove the metal shielding. The thing is, it has Wi-Fi antennas taped. Just know that the Wi-Fi wire is going to stay attached to the shield on the upper right here, so you need to keep the shield close. There is a way to pull that wire out of the hooks that are holding it down so that you can separate the shield, but it's in there pretty tight, so I recommend you just leave it as is. Plus, there's no need to separate that shield for the things we're about to do. If you
Yeah.
found this video so
Too
far,
bad. Already have.
there's some thermal paste on the shield right here, and that part rested right here.
For me, there is none.
I'll in a few moments.
None that I can use.
Spirit all over yourself. We are going to remove the battery now. Obviously, you need to do that if you're going to replace it. However, I also recommend at least disconnecting it if you're going to be working on other things with
I'm just doing the board.
device while you're working on it.
Can I do like a board replacement video? Okay, well, I guess we're going back to plan A. Cause that didn't work.
Yes. Bueno is irresistible. Irresistible chocolate wafer hazelnut. Yeah. Bueno.
I hate ads. I need to get YouTube Premium, but it's not worth it, is it?
While you're working on it, first disconnect the connector by pulling up on the white part. I recommend putting a little bit of heat on the battery with a hair dryer or a heat gun at a low setting, like I'm doing here. Keep in mind the adhesive is in the middle of it. After I warmed it up, I stuck a plastic tool
I don't think
underneath
this
it
is needed for board replacement.
on sides of it, and eventually it came while you're working.
I do know how to take out parts of it though. So yeah, let me go ahead and start working on those parts that I do know how to take out. Starting with this board here, the game card slot and SD card slot board. Just remove that screw and it pops out of place. I'm gonna try to keep this little screw with it. So I'm gonna just put this to the side. And that allows me to get to the heat sink so I can remove that also. Also, there is a recommended thermal paste that I am using for this. Yeah. Just letting that be known. Also, these are the same screwdrivers that I use on Joy-Cons and Joy-Con 2s. So now we have this removed. The heat sink, I'm just gonna put that to the side also. So this is what it looks like right now.
On it. First,
I don't want to remove the charging rails unless I have to.
charging rails that are on the sides. Each one has a ribbon cable, and each one of those has a locking tab. Next, I'm going to show you how to remove the entire green circuit board that you see in front of you.
Wait, where's the fan? I don't want to remove the fan.
Next, I'm going to show you how to remove the entire green circuit board that you see.
It doesn't look like I have to.
Or work on it. This also allows access to one of the speakers underneath it. Removing the board is a bit tricky. You have 5 screws.
Okay, so all 5 screws are currently marked out on the tutorial that I'm watching, so let's get started on these screws. Again, I'm just separating these screws. That way I know what components they belong to. Don't use this video as a tutorial. This is just me replacing the board with y'all as comfort, I guess. A little bit educational, I guess you could say. But please don't use this as a tutorial for liability's sake. You could definitely break your console doing this. And this is my first time removing this board, or any board in that matter. I don't know how to get that screw, so I'll watch the tutorial on that. Again, I don't recommend you doing this.
But you also have a lot of ribbon cables to disconnect. Some may already be disconnected, depending on what things you've already removed in this video. I'll
Yeah.
explain more. There's a giant one here that leads to the OLED screen. It has a locking tab that needs to be opened up.
So we've already went to. Let me move my drink. Water. I do have these here just in case I truly need those. I'm hoping I don't. But I am removing the screen. Well, the screen's like connector. It's definitely not as simple as it looks. Okay, never mind. It is exactly as simple as it looked.
There's also two tiny and tight connectors that lead to the speakers. Those do not have a locking mechanism.
So right here, there's one that he's undoing. I'm gonna watch him do it.
Part and
Okay, that's gonna be annoying. So just trying to disconnect the speaker right now. Okay, one undone. Right here at the bottom.
pull it out of the connector. You are now ready to pull the board out, but as you do it, you need to be mindful of.
So I do have to remove a lot more other things here. That didn't show me. Such as the fan one, which is probably gonna be a very big pain in the butt to put back in. The other speaker and this connector right here that I have absolutely no clue where it goes. Not that far in, and we are getting good progress. Okay, now we have everything out. Let's remove this last screw and pull the board. This part I do recommend being a bit careful on. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to move this. So push down and up. Wait. Okay, I missed an entire connector here. Oh, I forgot about this one. Anything else that I missed? Okay, how do I?
You need to grab that tiny part and pull it out of the connector. You are now ready to pull the board out, but as you do it, you need to be mindful of the charging port that's on the bottom. It's sticking through the black plastic. You need to pull downward on that black plastic as you pull the board out. Unfortunately, that part was out of the range of the camera as I did it, but like I said, I'm pulling down on the black plastic to make sure that port gets free of it, if that makes sense. And there it is.
Okay, just gonna scooch the camera right here over a little bit, as you can see. Just talking about this, like, bottom area here. I'm trying to get it out. It's a bit hard to do. Okay, got it. My old motherboard is free. I'm looking at the bottom here, and yes, there is a lot of damage. Ooh. Yeah, the damage to my board is very bad. Very bad. Also, I just lost a piece that I'm probably gonna need.
There's
Now, right here is where the new board is. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need the piece I lost. And I'm hoping that this new board works. I'm just doing a little board comparison here. I'm noticing that indeed one of these boards are missing wall parts. Yeah. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna put the old board right here to the side and start inserting the new board. It's gonna be a bit scary. Oh, that just fell out. Okay. Oh, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the new board. That's not obvious enough. This just fell out. Fun. Okay, I'm trying to be very gentle with it. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm not burying everything. Where are my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? Oh, they're right here. Got scared for a second that I lost my literal crucial tweezers. Some of these connectors are going to be a little bit stubborn. Like that one. This one's really stubborn. We are too far to give up right now. They say easy does it. Okay, now the fan one's back under. Lift that again. Oops. Like I said, easy does it. Going with the board. Okay, with this side, it's a lot easier to see what this thing's trying to do over here. Trying to keep the fan one also at bay. Especially since the one for the fan is also trying stuff. Okay? I'm just doing some final checks here, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. It's looking good. Not looking bad right now. I think we're ready to start plugging stuff back in where they... Oh, wait, the screen. I'm happy I caught that. No! Now this one's back under. Hold on. You're about 20 minutes in. Okay. But this one's not going. That one's back. That one's back. Let's move back over to the screen. Get that one back. So right now it's looking good. I'm just doing some final checks on it. It's looking promising. I'm just looking at every single connector, making sure everything is ready to be reconnected, and it's looking pretty promising here. So I'm going to say let's get started. I'm going to start with the hardest connectors first. Just because that seems like the right thing to do is start with the harder ones. That way I lose it first, and then I can gain my brain back afterwards. Because this is the parts that can go wrong really quickly. Really quickly. If done wrong. Oh, yeah. This one's being a little bit of a bad boy. It's all in the art of electronics fixing. Honestly, I'm pretty fast right now. I'm on a pretty fast time with a board replacement. Granted that the board might not be our worst issue right now. So far, the hardest thing isn't even the board at this point. It's the ribbon connectors that are probably going to be really annoying. Oops, I did not mean to do that. No, you are definitely not in all the way. Now that's in all the way. I feel free to put one of these back. I'm only putting this one back because this one is kind of under one of the connector wires, so it's just something to be noted about. Okay, with that back in, let's continue the way we were going with plugging everything back into the board. With this tiny little connector for this tiny little speaker next, I am very scared. You can tell how much my hands are shaking, and it's really annoying. Okay, that connector is in. This one should be a bit easier. Oops. Okay, this one's in. I wonder why this one's like, you know, sticking up a little bit. I don't know why. Wait. Okay. Okay, now for this thing. Believe it or not, this is actually kind of fun for me. Until I realized I probably done something wrong. Or broke something. Come on, little one. You know what? I have to pull it to the side so I can really see what I'm doing. So this rail right here, this power rail is really annoying. No cap. Let me have a sip of my water. Let me just let my hands rest for a second. For some reason, my hands are shaking a lot. So let me just stretch out my fingers, I guess. Ow. I Ow! I just twisted my wrist twice. Okay, back to work. Come on. Trying to think of an easier way. I have an idea. I unscrew the entire power rail. Just only has one screw left on it. Then when it comes off, then I make my move. Okay. Is this easier? Wow, that is some very bad corrosion. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, I had it in almost twice. I want to lift up the board a little bit, but I'm kind of scared to do that because then I have to redo with those things. But that might be my only option here is slightly lift the board, fix this into place, and then redo those. Yeah, that's the only thing that's starting to work right now. And then said think outside the box, and that's what I am doing. I thought outside the box. I hope it worked. I really do. 'Cause maybe thinking outside the box is the right move. Or I made things worse for myself. Okay, that one's back. Or I need that one. The board looks like it looks like it's holding on for dear life with what I'm doing to it right now. Okay, now those are back. Yay? Question mark? Now I put the rail back on to finish the plan. And I just pray to the Lord above that whatever I just did works. Basically. Okay. I'm just praying that I haven't fricked this up too bad. Especially because I spent over $100 on this board. I had an outside the box thing for this one right here. But I don't know what to do about this. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one's back in. Now for this one, which also looks like it's gonna be a pain. Come on. I'm sorry that I'm keeping the whole entire console out of view, but I just gotta be like really close to see what I'm actually doing. So yeah, that's why it's like really out of view. Okay, one last connector, being the literal screen as far as I can see, other than the battery itself. So the screen connector is connected. I'm gonna screw back in the entire board and hope that it's survived my complete stupidness. So that one's screwed into the wrong spot. Amazing. With only 3 more screws to go, I'm pretty excited. Uh-oh. Oop. Uh-oh, someone's looks like the cleaner for the house is downstairs. That's not good. Okay. The new board is fully installed into the Switch. Um, Time to reinstall some of these things, but first, um, Google and Nintendo, well, not Nintendo, obviously, but a lot of my friends who do work on this stuff recommended Arctic MX4 thermal compound as a thermal paste replacement for Switch because it's non-conductive and really good and low maintenance. So, got a fresh box of it right here. Ooh, a little spreader here. Um, so I only used a tiny amount. But before we do that, let's pull out our heat sink here. And all this thermal paste we kind of got to get off. So that's why I brought Q-tips wherever those went. Uh-oh. Mute stream. Well, I do not know what that was about. The Q-tips, as far as I know, are missing. Somehow. Oh, they're in my pocket. Okay. Thank the Lord. I was gonna do it on a paper plate just in case. That's why. Oop. God. See, I'm just trying to get rid of the old thermal paste. Trying to get as much as of it off as possible. I need a second Q-tip though. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, well that I kind of messed up there. Anyways, here's the thermal paste. I was told just a pea-sized drop right here. And spread it around. Only Lord knows what I'm trying to do right now. Oops. I really hope I don't need this. But I probably do, and I screwed up. Pretty bad. Not gonna lie, I'm trying to save it. But I'm pretty sure it's too far gone. Okay. With the hopes that I did this right. Down it goes. If I did somehow screw up, nice. I'm sure it'll be fine. Keyword sure. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if I'm sure, but I'm hoping I'm sure. With that said, I'm going to just screw these in. I have thermal paste all over the place. Amazing. I just remembered that tutorial I was watching at the start of the stream. It literally had a section of replacing the thermal paste. A bit late for me to remember that. Gosh, I hate my brain. Oops. Well, there's still a good glob of this right here. There we go. With this back in, can place this board back down. Um. Oh, that's right. So right now it's looking a lot like this, with the screen looking completely trashy. I'm gonna place this back down. And hope I can get this thing to power on when the time comes. Okay, I got thermal paste all over the side of this switch. But the moment of truth will be later. I am terrified on what I have done to this poor switch. Oh, I need to remove some thermal paste from this thing. Looks like quite a lot too. So I might add a little bit extra thermal paste to the back of the plate itself as an added protection. Okay, that thermal paste removed like really good, really quickly. Wait, nope. Wait, yep. I just put the cap back on. Okay, there we go. Time to place this back on. This bad boy. Time to place this bad boy. Or place it back on, I guess you could say. Give me a moment to not go crazy and put this back on the right way. I'm just scared I did something wrong and I'm gonna regret it in like 15-20 minutes. But guess what? That is for future me to regret. You know what I mean? Wait, something's off. Something's really off, and it's about this board. That's why. Okay, there we go. Just had to put that back down in place. And then replace these screws back where they belong. And then we can clean off the back plate. fun, I know. I am legit a bit scared though. Because the fear of messing up and breaking a console is always there. And if I did break it, rest in peace, my Switch OLED. My original Switch OLED. Sorry, YouTube crashed. Sorry about that. So yeah, sorry about the little oopsie in the stream. There was a little just oof on YouTube's end. I'm just scraping off the top layer, then adding some of this, spraying it around on my scraper, and just scraping with this on. And it's like really helpful. I just came up with that idea as I was explaining it, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. I know I said I'd be focusing a lot more on Gorilla Tag, but come on. I gotta do something other than Gorilla Tag every once in a while. And this is kind of my way of doing it. And also, it's Mario Day, so yeah. So yeah, this stream's kinda an obligation. Oops. So the back of my plate here is looking a lot better than it was 20, 30 minutes ago. Now for this side. Now it'll never be perfect again, probably. But if I can get it as close as to perfect as it as possible, that'd be amazing. Like I'm just trying to be flat out honest on tons of levels about this. So yeah, the goal is getting it as close to normal as possible. I just got myself in the eye. Frick. Frick. Oh, frick. Okay, that hurt. Okay, so now the top. This is gonna be where the hard part starts. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be really annoying. Don't forget to tell your friends Happy Mario Day and wish everyone a good Mario Day. So yeah, go tell your friends that right now. Go tell your friends to have a happy Mario Day while you're watching me goof off like this. The volume one's gonna be a little bit cheesy. And same with the game card slot because of the text. Like it's etched in. And you can hear it like just you can hear me scraping over it. So yeah, if you can call any part really annoying, it's gonna be the top. It's gonna be the top. And bottom. Oh wait, there is no bottom. Okay, well, we got lucky. What what am I trying to do? Okay, well. Bro, the fumes from this stuff is strong too. I mean, it is bad. Oops. And the vents. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. I forgot about the vents being probably also really annoying. Also, the light sensor also kind of was painted too without my knowledge. Come on. So yeah, if you don't want to go through this, probably don't spray paint your Switch. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just locked in. I'm just praying that the inside of here doesn't need to be cleaned. Actually, I know it doesn't because one, it's not going to affect the film I put on, and two, it's not even going to be seen. And also, it's not even affecting the inside, so womp womp. You can tell how bad I'm trying to do the top, only for it to keep failing. Okay, that is going to be the best the top is getting. I'm going to go back to here and do a little bit more touch-ups. Oops. I'm going to do some more touch-ups down here. And I have to redo this top area too. So yeah, the back is done, which means it is ready for the special film I'm putting on it. Sort of. See, I gotta finish polishing it. See, I'm just gonna keep on polishing the back a little bit. So yeah, the back is gonna. This is as polished as it's gonna get. And as long as I can read the serial number in here. Wait, that doesn't even matter because this serial is now invalid for this thing. So now it's dried out. Remove that big plate over there. Now we can finish the back plate. Wait, this plate has the button in it. Has a button in it. I just remembered. It's no longer here. Where'd it go? Like, actually, uh-oh. Oh, I see it. I hope I see it. Yeah, because that's the light sensor. Meaning the power button's right here. Okay, so all this can just go right here. And now this right here can deal with me. Or, well, I can deal with it. Because now it's time for the second part of this. Putting the stickers on the back. Now I do want to make sure it's fully dried before starting. Because, well, yeah. And also problems. My dirty hands are not helping. I'll deal with those later. Let's just get this backing on. The problem about this is that once it's on, it's kind of not getting taken off. Trying to line it up to go on here right. Now here's for the bad part. The bad part is I should have put this on the Switch before adding this, but I didn't put it on the Switch beforehand. Meaning now there's gonna be some bubble issues. Yeah, I didn't think this through, did I? So right now it's going on actually surprisingly well for, well, the mistake I made. So it's looking decent. Now for the bottom part. Also, the game card slot has to go on also. That was so perfect. I like this part better because I can just erase this. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, yes, I can. After I erase that, I can now place this on the right way. Man, this sticker is trying its best to mess itself up like there's no tomorrow. But I won't let it. Well, I'm gonna try to not let it. Uh-oh. Saved. This is taking a little bit longer than I anticipated for a lot of reasons. Okay. Hey, it's looking really well. Time for the scary part. But first, trying my best here with this. Okay. Where are my tweezers at? That might help a lot. Where are my tweezers? So if I could probably just use my tweezers real fast and just get this done in a flash. Okay, I guess not. That actually does kind of suck. Tweezers would definitely save me a lot on this. Tweezers would definitely save me a lot of the struggle. 'Cause I am struggling to get these things out of here. Okay, one more, please. Yes. Okay, with that said, let me place the buttons back where they belong. Uh-oh. Silly power button. Okay. This entire live stream's been a mess, not gonna lie, I'm very sorry. Okay, there we go. Power button in. Volume buttons in. Let's close up shop for my Switch OLED here. Doing final checks on everything here. And I say it's go time. I just dropped it. Whoops. I just dropped my Switch. Uh-oh. Make sure the inside's okay. I'm making sure the inside's okay. That could have went bad. No cap, this entire stream was a scare fest. Just saying it without the cap. Okay, so we got the backplate on. Finally. Time to put the screws back on and hope I didn't absolutely obliterate my console. Where are my screws? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to clip it back together. Uh-oh. I swear, Nintendo Switches are a literal case study that needs to happen, bro. These things survive things that I don't even understand how they survive. Oh, but the Switch 2, yeah, that's a whole different story. The Switch 2 is just a mad mess. I'm not even kidding. It's a mess for Switch 2. But these Switch OLEDs could be used in war at this point. I could see someone in war playing Animal Crossing without a problem. Just doing a little bit of extra scraping. Or scraping is a bit needed. Time for the final screw. And let's hope this wasn't a screw up. I know, bad pun, but I'm kind of concerned though. With the final screw in, I press the power button. Uh-oh. I'm hoping it's dead. I'm hoping it's dead. I'm gonna plug it in. No. I'll be right back with a switch charger. Well, switch to charger. That's even better, actually, because it's faster. And I'm hoping it turns on or flashes something. The cord doesn't reach far enough, but it is plugged in. It is currently not showing any signs of life, which is very concerning for me on the account of I like my Switch to work. I'm gonna go plug it in to my TV. Hopefully it turns on, and then while y'all wait, I need to use the bathroom anyway. Actually, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna plug this into the outlet and hook it to HDMI to my TV. I'm hoping it works because I paid over $100 for this board, and all the reviews on it too were really good. So green light when docked, which means that's working. Okay, so not bricked, but the screen will turn on, which was the original problem with the gosh dang original board. And I know I didn't put back in the original board because when I plugged into the TV, it was on setup mode, telling me to take it out of the dock. Let me turn up the volume. You can hear it too. Yeah, that's not good. So I'm gonna end the stream, and here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take this to a local shop and be like, "Hey, remember when you said my old board was missing components? Well, one, I didn't really see any missing components, and two, this is a whole brand new board and the screen's still not working. Could you please reorder a screen for my console, please?" Again, it was working while docked. The sound is there, but it's not working. So that just ultimately sucks. thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Though the back does look immaculate. But other than that, it's just a full-on letdown, because now this kind of proves it wasn't the original board that was messed up, it's the brand new screen itself. It sucks, it really does. But the Yoshi Crafted World theme that I went with just blows things out of proportion in a really good way. There is really nothing else to say here, except thank you for everything. The board worked, and I clearly did everything correct. Now it's just up to someone else to do it. Maybe I just do the full on, maybe I just do a full teardown myself. With that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. Happy Mario Day. I will be live later doing a game knockout. But with that said, I am going to see what further options are for my Switch OLED, because it's not a board issue anymore. Confirmed not a board issue. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just replace the screen myself. I will replace every component in here at this point to get it working. Because I was told it was a board issue. I put in a whole new board. That didn't work. Indicating there's more to deal with than what meets the eye. I still have to fix this mess. But with that said, thank you. And catch you on the next one. Oh yeah, most importantly, don't forget to have a blessed day in your